Hello there. Is anybody there? Hi, Ida. Hello.
Hello, Leo.
Hello
Can
there.
you hear?
Yeah, your sound is good. Your sound is great.
Okay, perfect. Because I have had a lot of problems with my sound the days before, and I don't know why.
Oh, we all have problems, don't we, sometimes, so I don't know why. But now it's fine.
Okay, perfect. So, how are you going? How is it going?
This is my second one today, and I've got one more coming up after this for Taboo.
Yeah.
This one I'm going to look at some grammar and some vocabulary about making comparisons.
Okay, perfect.
So a little bit more advanced than elementary, because we all know some ways of comparing, like and as, so we know the basic structures. So I'm going to try to show you something a bit more about that. Ciao, are you there? Oh, I just said hello to him, he's gone. And Mortur, are you there? Mortur?
Yeah, how are you?
Hi there. Well, I hope you're okay with this lesson. We'll see how we go.
It's a very difficult lesson, grammar.
Yeah, we'll see how we go, because this is an advanced lesson. So I'm going to screen share now, and I've got the page open in Firefox so that I can share it from Google Chrome in the Hangout. So here we go. Let's see. There it is. Can you read it clearly?
Yes.
Let me click on it and keep it still. I'll try and keep it still there.
Can you also put the link in the Verbling chat, please?
Yes, let's see if it's still on my... Yes, it's still in my cut and paste.
It's written.
Okay, thank you.
Still on my clipboard. There we are. Hello, who's that? Carlos, hi. Carlos, are you from Europe or America?
Hello, good morning.
Hello there.
From Europe.
And which country are you from?
I'm from Spain.
Ah, see, I can't tell from your name. If I look at your name, can you tell that it's Spanish or Portuguese, or can you tell from your name?
My name?
Yes. Does your name tell people which country you're from? I mean, is it possible that your name could be Portuguese, for example? Is your name definitely a Spanish name?
Yes. Yes, it's a Spanish name. Carlos. Yeah.
Ah, Carlos, yes. Well, I think I've seen Carlos quite a lot, but I've never seen your family name before.
It's Spanish also, yeah.
Okay, good. So which part of Spain do you live in?
I live in Barcelona.
Ah, you know, Barcelona I haven't been to yet. So I have to go there one day because...
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I've seen the Barcelona football team. I was walking in Manchester and they all came around the corner one morning. That was interesting. But I've never been to Barcelona. So, have you lived in Barcelona all your life?
Yes. Yes, I live in all my life here.
And would you like to go to another country?
Oh, really? In the future, I want to go to United Kingdom.
You're welcome to come. The weather's
want to
good
go
now
there.
where I am. I had one wet day in the last month, and that wasn't wet all day, but it hasn't really got hot yet. The temperature should be much warmer right now, but it's late getting warm. Is the temperature warm now where you are?
Yes, we are now. Well, today it's raining. It's a bad day, but usually now in April, the temperature could be about 20 degrees or 25.
I think what I'll do before I start looking at the lesson, I'll stop the screen share just a moment, and now I'll unplug my battery temporarily. I've just moved to a house, and so the garden is a bit of a mess actually, because I have been building inside, and I'll show you out the window, and it looks warm everywhere, but it's not so warm. It's a little bit cold. So if I just take my mouse like this, and then I've unplugged everything so I can lift up and show you the window. This is the garden. Can you see out there?
Oh, what a nice day.
It's a nice day, yeah, and the sky has been like that for all except Friday. On Friday afternoon there was the showers, but yeah, it's not too cold. But it's not as warm as it should be. So actually the blossoms are not out. You see that there's a fruit tree in the garden and the blossom isn't out.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
should
well,
be. Yeah. It should be out now.
Yeah.
And
Here is snowing where I live.
snowing?
Yeah.
No, you're joking.
Yeah. No, I'm not joking. It's totally true.
Wow. So yeah, so it's quite a nice day. So I'll put the computer back here, and we'll have a look at the work that we're doing today. So you know, we get some strange weather actually where I live, because right here we have strange weather, and the weather changes very quickly, because it's not a peninsula, but it's almost like a peninsula, because in three directions we have the sea. Is the sea quite close to you?
For me, yes, I'm.
Yeah. So in Barcelona, the sea is quite close, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah? Do you hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
because I've got some problem with my micro.
I'm just going to share again because I had to take the screen away there.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to be looking at comparing and contrasting today. So let me start with Ida. I'm not going to do number one, I think, because I want to go down on the screen onto this book page, because there's a lot of interesting things to cover. And there's two pictures. I'll see if I can get them on the screen. Here they are. Two pictures there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see them very well. Let's post the link again and then see what we're going to do. So basically, we've got two pictures. Compare and contrast the pictures and describe what's happening in each picture. And so that's what I'd like you to have a go at. And there's an example there, but I'll leave that example. But just put the pictures up on the screen there and post the link again. So Ida, would you have a go at this? Would you try to just tell me what you see in those two pictures?
Okay. There are two pictures, and both of them are similar in the sense that or we can see a field. So in the first pictures, there is a man trying to dig a hole in the field with a special machine. In the
Maybe
second,
you can make a connection between the two pictures and maybe you can use some deduction, like as if you were a detective, like
okay.
something, because you can see there's a machine and there's something happened later maybe, and you can use some modals like maybe
Okay.
or could, might. Mhm.
It might be the first man in the first picture might be looking for some treasure.
Treasure.
Sorry, yeah. For example, money. So the man is quite concentrated, digging a hole, and then turning to the next picture. There are three men, and they might be his friends, and they seem to be really happy because maybe they have found what they were looking for. So they seem very happy. They have a very big grin in his face. And
I see Mo is saying something about mining, but what do you think about this word mining? Is it appropriate to this?
Sorry, can you repeat, Leo?
In the Verbling chat,
Yeah.
Mo is speaking about mining, but I don't think it's what's going on here, no. So mining is something you do maybe industrially for coal and oil or something like
And
this.
you go so deep on the ground.
So yeah, so I think that Ida is right, that this is some kind of treasure hunt. And right, that was good, Ida. Can you say anything more about anything there, Ida, or shall I pass it along a bit and ask if anybody else can say something?
No.
Yeah, let's come back to you in a moment then. Carlos, have you got anything to say about the two pictures?
Anything different?
I'm not looking for anything special. I just want to see if you have any ideas about and words that you might use to describe what you see. I know the name, for example, of the machine that the man is holding in the first picture.
A detector, I don't know, a metal detector.
Yes, metal detector.
Yeah, perhaps in the first one, a man is using a metal detector, and the second picture, I think that the man has found what they are looking for. I don't know.
Yeah, that they seem to have found something. What do they call those objects?
Coins, but
Coins.
Yeah.
And nobody mentioned the tractor or anything, and the kind of land that they're on. And do you think that the man in one of the men in the second picture is the same man as the picture as in picture one?
The one of the
Yes, it looks like the one on the left.
Is there any evidence to suggest that it's the same man?
Glasses. They have glasses.
Yes, I think it must be the same man. There's a number of connections between.
Yeah.
Is it the same place? Is there any evidence to suggest it's the same place?
Yes, it is.
And what can you see? Can you describe the land at all?
Jacket also looks the same. First, and this man with the left one.
Yes.
Glasses, long hair, maybe. Yeah.
So it's almost certainly the same place.
Yeah, this is. I don't know in English to say this line. You know, when the man is hunting for the treasure there, it's a little bit.
What does the plough dig? Maybe a furrow is a word I might use, but let me see if that's in the dictionary. Maybe that's a bit of an old word. Let's see. It's a plough.
Plow?
The plough is attached to the tractor, and I just used a word. Yeah, this is a word I just found, and I just looked it up. It does exist.
Which one? Furrow?
Furrow, yes. So it's still
Well,
it's still an English word.
Ah, yeah, furrow. So, yeah. In my country, when the farmers do the furrow, then can put their potatoes or something, and next year the potatoes become growing and so on.
Yeah. So in England potatoes are very important. We do have rice and bread and other carbohydrates, but potatoes are very important in England. We have so many different varieties. So when people cook in England, they have to choose the kind of potato according to the dish. So for example, if we make fish and chips, we use potatoes such as a Murray Piper, which has a purple flour, because it's a heavy potato, and dry, hard potatoes make the best chips. But if you're making a soft mashed potato or a sauce, you wouldn't use that potato, you would use another. So we have quite a few different potatoes. I think there are 10 or 20 different varieties when I go to market. Potatoes are very important here.
10 or 15, how do you say?
Pardon?
10 or 15 varieties of potatoes, really?
Yeah, when I go to the market, I can look around and choose 10, 20 different kinds, like King Edwards, Murray Pipers, all kinds of different potatoes. Some of them have a white skin, some of them have a red skin. They have different flowers. Because, if you fry the potato, you need it to be a heavy, dry, hard potato. Okay, let's cut the noise out. Where's the noise coming from? Fanny, you've got a big noise there. So
can I use furrow as a verb, like furrow the land or something like this?
I plough the land. We plough the fields and scatter, but I've never furrowed it. So furrow is a verb, but I don't know. When would you use it? Yeah, you can, because most of these things are possible. But I don't remember whether I would do it. Yeah, why not? You could say, you could do, because actually, lots of words change a lot. And so I've often thought about this same question before about different words, and then I said, no, I don't think I do that, and then a minute later I do it. So yes, it is possible to say you're furrowing something, but I don't know. Yes, it's possible. You could say that. And if you make a good sentence, then it might sound good and sound fine. You can do lots with words. So let's have a look at this page, moving down. So here we go. So we've done this about describing the pictures. Now I want to just see if I can discuss these questions about the internet. Another question? The word surfing the internet. Ida, what do you think that means?
What?
Surfing the net. If somebody said to you, do you surf the internet? Then what do you think they mean, and what would your answer be?
It's just staying in the internet, looking for different websites or in the social media page or whatever. just spending time on the internet. Sorry.
So
What is searching, right?
surfing and searching, are they the same, or are they? Is there some hidden kind of feeling to the word surfing the net? If somebody said, "How long do you surf the internet?" how would you answer that? You know,
Me?
they're using a word which is now common on the internet. Literally, it means to get on a board and ride the waves. Surfing. So, on the internet, what does it mean exactly if you're surfing the net? If you are working and using your computer to investigate something and maybe doing a university thesis, would you be happy to say that you're surfing the net?
I don't think so. I think it's just spending time on the internet independently with what are you doing.
So there's a feeling that if you're surfing the net, you're not really working. You're not doing anything useful. You're just spending your time.
It's like procrastinating on the internet or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, yes. But procrastinating is something more that you do in a conversation or in speech. But yes. Do you think that people spend too long, Hani? Hani Faris, are you there?
Yes.
Do you think people spend too long on the internet these days?
Yes, I'm convinced that people spend a lot of time surfing the internet, and all of us we do sometimes, once in a while at least.
Yeah, maybe. Yes.
But then I really hate it when I surf in the internet. Finally, I hate it because I lose my time. I waste my time doing nothing. It's stupid. But I really hate it.
Okay, so surfing the internet has a kind of slightly negative feeling about it sometimes. It could imply that you're wasting your time a bit. So perhaps at work, if somebody comes and asks you whether you're surfing the internet, but you're online, you would say no. Probably you are muted, Honey. You need to go to the top of the page in the Hangout on the right and click on your microphone, and then your voice comes back. You don't need to be on the mic all the time if there's a noise problem. So be careful with your mic, that's it. So here is some text, and some of the words are missing. So we can put some words back in, and I'd like to put some words back in. Any word, really, any word that fits. So let's have a look at this gap here, and see if we can figure out a word which fits here. Does anybody have an idea? Internet abuse, something created millions of online addicts.
Has created.
That sounds good. Let's read on a bit there and see how it goes. So can you read on and see if you can find some more words? So internet abuse has created. That sounds good. Read on.
I continue reading?
Yeah, read it aloud.
Okay. Internet abuse has created millions of One line addicts.
Online.
Online.
Online. You know, some spell checkers don't accept some new words, and maybe some of these words will come into English a bit more. So sometimes if I write online like this as one word, and it's common nowadays to write it like that, then spell checkers will say it's a bit wrong. And another one with computers is add-on and add-ons. You know, it doesn't like it. So there are words coming into English now from these modern usage of words from computing. And so can you read on a bit there and see what comes next then? Read it on.
I don't know the next word. I don't know what it would
Does
be.
anybody have one for number 2? Who's got number 2 there? So has is good for number 1. And 2.
2.
Who?
Who? That looks good. Who suffer withdrawal symptoms. And what about number 3? Let anybody shout out the answers. Number 3.
Is it a taggy question, I think? Don't they?
Is it a tag question? Let's see. That's well, then it would be a full stop with a question mark after they, so it's not that. Alice has it.
Don't.
Maybe when they switch off their computer is better than after they switch off their computer. Probably after they switch off their computer, they start feeling better again, maybe. But I'll go for Alice's there. Alice has got that when. That works. There can be 2 answers. So we've got 3 when. So read out aloud and tell me the next ones. Anybody. All of us can do it at the same time.
If.
So will you read it through? So read all of the text. So when they switch off their computer and panic attacks if they have no email. Now read the next sentence. So we're looking for a word for 4. In the first book, Bump offer health tips to the estimated 8.1 million addicts. In the first book, we offer health tips to the estimated 8.1 million addicts. That's not too bad. Let's have a look at the. In the first book, the offer. Don't like the, Mohammed. No, I don't like that. Which question? Who can respond your question? What's the question there? Anybody can answer the question, but I'm looking for a word for number 4 here, and the best we've had so far is we, but I think that there's a more likely word.
We, I think, we in the first
we
book.
is not bad. In the first book, we offer health tips to the estimated 8.1 million addicts. Yes, I was going for 2 there. In the first book, to offer health tips to the estimated 8.1 million addicts, but then I would probably want a comma. Dr. Kimberly Young of, so 5 now. Dr. Kimberly Young of
I think the university.
Do you know why we have the there? There's there's a very common pattern which gives it.
That because of, I think of
Yeah,
here
that-
we have to put. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I think. If we see this of, then we look for this pattern, the X of Y, the United States of America,
Yeah.
the Houses of Parliament, the University of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So, can we do number 6 then?
Uh-huh. Spills out. To kick. Spills out or to kick. The
How
habit.
to kick?
So we're going for how to kick the habit and get back into the real world. What does kick the habit mean?
Break our customs or habit.
Get rid of the habit.
Yes, so to kick something is to kick it into touch, forget about it. Get rid of it.
I
So
think
kick-
avoid or rid something.
Yes, get rid of
Uh-huh.
something. Yeah.
How?
To kick the habit.
So that, I think number 6 is spells out how. Yes, so we'll have how there.
Mhm.
That's good. So we're now on to 7.
It's difficult. It's difficult to tell.
That looks good. It's difficult to tell. I can't see any other words there for 7. It's difficult to tell when entertainment becomes addiction.
Uh-huh.
So we'll go for that one, shall we? If you see any others, you can call them out as well. It's difficult to tell when entertainment becomes addiction. So, everybody, out loud, 8.
Who spends more? Mm-hmm. Spends more. Oh. Anyone here? Anyone who spends? Anyone
I
who
like
spends
it. And
more
can you
than...
tell me then, you're very good at this, you're doing well. Can you tell me why you said anyone and not someone?
I think there is a difference between anyone or someone here. I think...
Yes, you're right.
Uh,
Anyone. Anyone who spends more than 40 hours a week online is probably suspect. And other clues.
As or like?
Any clues as lying about? Not sure about as there. Any clues as lying about the amount of time? Any clues like lying about the amount of time?
What is the difference?
We can use 2 words. 2 words is the maximum. 1 or 2 words. So far we've only used 1. We can use 1 or 2 words. So I like to use 2 words here. There is a 1 word possibility I have as well. Like is better than as.
yeah.
Other words, other clues like lying about the amount. Like, though, is not so good here. There's a better way of saying this, like. Such as, yes. Such as is better than like here. Such as is good. Such as.
Such
And
as...
other clues, such as. When you're using like in the way of giving an example, then such as is much more specific and much better. Because like is a bit like get. Sometimes it's okay to use, but not the best. So when you use like in the sense of giving an example, you can say such as. And I have a long word which fits here as well, including. So let's go to 10.
I think which? Money which spent online?
Money
Neglect.
which spent, well, that needs a verb, which is spent online, that would need. And money,
That's spent...
but you know, there is a tense which just uses one form of the word be,
Mm-hmm.
and meaning a general spending, a gerund. So we could say money
Spending. Gerund, you mean?
Well, we've got spent, so we can't change that. So we can say being spent.
Being.
That would work as well.
Yeah,
money
of
being
was.
spent online.
Being spent.
Neglect means you don't do something that you should do if you neglect it.
Mm-hmm.
Neglect of other work and a withdrawal
Of social contacts.
Well, I've got a better one than of here. Of is a little bit. Well, if you a withdrawal of social contacts, but think about what you're actually doing and choose a better preposition because there might be a better preposition.
Or your
Well,
You are coming away from them. So I think from is much better here because you are choosing to leave them, so you are withdrawing from it. A withdrawal of is they are going away from you, so you are hiding away at your computer, withdrawing from social contacts. So from is better here.
sir,
So, yeah.
are you with me? Sometimes I face problems how to differentiate between of and from.
Well, prepositions are generally a little problem. You know, each case we have to understand. There are some things in English which you really have to practice and just lift your general level of English, because when you start learning English, there are rules about some simple things. And English is easy to get started. But to get better and better, you need to just generally lift yourself, read a lot more, speak a lot more, because as you get better and better, you need to understand more, and there are no rules to really help you. I can't give you an exact rule why it's from here. I can only speak about the meaning of the word from compared to withdrawal from and withdrawal of. So if you withdraw from something, you choose to do it. I withdraw from it. You know, I get out. I withdraw from it. But you might be threatened with the withdrawal of funds or of support. Somebody else will take it away from you.
I get it. Thanks.
So that's why I chose from here.
The big attraction
Yeah, what do we have there? The big attraction.
I think for the internet is
Well, if you do something, if it's for the internet, then it's for the benefit of Mr. Kite. But it's of here.
of.
Yes, the big attraction of the internet. Yes, I think that's a much better choice. So let's do the big attraction of the internet. Fantasy world. We all have to be careful of this, don't we? You know, the only way I get out of this is because I have to, because I have a limited number of hours in the day, so I'm just forced. I just don't have time to surf the internet and play. I'm always working, so I have to be very careful that my time is used well. The big attraction of the internet is that it allows people to escape into a fantasy world at any time of the day or night. 13, Alice has got that. Do we go with Alice? They're changing guard at Buckingham Palace. Christopher Robin went down with Alice. Alice said nobody was there to be found. Nobody. Nobody ever sees you. Sounds good. Nobody ever sees you, so you...
Yes, nobody ever sees you.
Yep, that's good, Alice. Nobody ever sees you, so you...
Have to hear you.
Well, have to be means that you are forced into doing this. And could be is feels like the past tense a bit, or a possibility. Can is better for me here.
Can?
I like that can, because you can. It's just a freedom of choice. You can. Yes, you can. You can be. could is like a possibility, but here we want to feel that it's the freedom of it. You can be whoever you choose. So 15, it's a form of escape.
And also,
Done. Allows people to forget.
yes, that is better.
It's a form of escape that allows people to forget their problems for a time, Young says. So we've done it. Let's see what's next on this page, because I can't remember now. There's an interesting grammar check, I remember.
Sorry,
Grammar check.
may I ask you a question?
Sure, yeah. While I'm finding my place, you ask me a question.
What is the difference about what you tell before about anybody and somebody?
If I speak generally and say anybody,
Yeah.
then it's very wide open to all people. So anybody can do this. You can. Everybody is allowed. Everybody is allowed to do it, and anybody can. Is open to all. But somebody is focusing. The word somebody is focusing on a particular. Maybe we don't know who, but some particular people. Somebody did it. I don't know who, but somebody did it. So somebody focuses a bit more. Anybody is a wide, broad, just all people.
Okay, thank you.
So now in this text, there we are. I've got the. I think that's it. All of it. Grammar check. There are 9 mistakes, all connected with making comparisons. It's a pity I can't highlight them all because I'm just using my mouse and I can only highlight one. So I think we have to put them into the Verbling chat. So there's a conversation. Ah, yeah, look, I have to check that because the script is not starting on a new line. So here we've got Anne replying there. Can you see? Bill replying. So that's a bit of a problem for us because it's not on a new line. So the conversation is quite long. So let's see if we can find out where some of these mistakes are. I think we'll just keep the mic open to all and see what you say. So have a look and see if you can see any mistakes here.
Okay.
The first one is in the first sentence.
And see what you say. So have a look and see if you can see any mistakes here. Has anyone got their Verbling chat open now? Because I heard myself just then.
First sentence.
And see what you say. So have a look. Can you hear me now? Because I've got my echo somewhere there. Now because I heard myself just then.
First sentence.
And see what you say. So have a look. Can you hear me now? Because I've got my echo somewhere there. Now because I heard myself just then.
First sentence.
And see what you say. So have a look. Can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me?
It sounds
Hello?
an echo.
Yeah, there's some kind of echo. I don't know if anybody's got the Verbling room open. Make sure that your Verbling room, the Verbling website is closed and you're just in the Hangout because there's some big echo problems. Yeah, there's some kind of echo. I don't know if anybody's got. It seems like a technical problem because I can't see any levels at the bottom of the page. The website is closed and you're just in the Hangout because there's some big echo problems. Yeah, there's some kind of echo. I don't know if anybody's got. It seems like a technical problem because I can't see any.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you, yes. So where is the first mistake, Ida?
I think there are 2 mistakes in the first sentence.
You mean,
The first one is
so is Alison going to get her new computer then?
no, in the second sentence.
So,
Yes. Well, she says it's fast, much faster. I will say it's much faster. Just much faster. Or it's
Yeah, you can say-
faster.
or much faster, yes. So that's a mistake. Okay. Much faster is really not good. Far faster, much faster, yes.
And then has a lot more memory. than the old one. It should be and has more memory.
Yes, so we can say has more memory, or if we keep the word lot, what do we need? In this second mistake, has lot more memory. We could say has more memory than the old one. Or if we keep lot and add another word, what do we need?
Oh,
A lot more memory, yes. Has a lot more memory, or lots more memory. So you can say lots or a lot.
Okay.
But lot is a kind of countable noun, so for counting uncountable. Memory is uncountable, and lot is like a slice of bread, has a slice or has slices of bread. A lot or lot. Yeah, that's that one. So can you read on there, Ida?
where personally,
Yeah, personally.
I can't see why she needs a new one. We have only just got the old one after all.
Yeah, when you say we have, with this contraction, just say we've.
We've only just got the old one after all. Well, technology is changing fast, and presumably she'll be able to get her work done a bit more efficiently and download things from the internet more quickly. It's more quickly, no? Or no? It's more quickly, not more quicklier.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just answering Alice about lots. You can say lots more. You can say a lot more. But you can't say lots of more. Yes. So say that one again, Ida. Where was the next one? About quicker.
In the third sentence, at the end of this third sentence, I would say...
Yeah, so there's a classic there, adding the more form and the form together. Yeah. So we can't do both. We have to choose.
Or quicklier or more quickly.
Well, more quickly, because it's actually the word quick is the reason, because quick and we've got fast and faster. That's okay, fast and faster, but there is quick and quicker.
It sounds wider, quicker.
Because the comparative of quick is more quickly.
Yeah.
So that's right. So that's that one. Now Bill says true, and then Anne, do you? So let's see. Carlos, would you like to read a little bit, Carlos?
Okay. True. Do you know what I think?
And that's Bill again. He's not Bill. Highlighted there either. Sorry. So Bill says back. Go on. So Carlos says there's no mistake yet. So do you know what I think? That's okay. So can you read on from where Bill says no?
Do you know what I think? There's a mistake here.
No, there's no mistake there. So now read on Bill, but Bill, the mistake is in the web page because Bill is not highlighted.
Okay.
So Bill.
No, but I'm sure you are going to tell me. Seriously? I think the most interesting and possibly the less positive thing about all this change is the way they are isolating people.
Okay, pronunciation, I want you to say most instead of most, and isolating instead of iso. So isolating, and there is a mistake there to find. So Anne, after laughing and saying seriously, makes one mistake. Can you find her mistake? Anybody?
No, I don't know.
Ida, can you see? Mohammed, can you see? Faris, can you see? So
it's less instead of it.
Sorry?
And we're looking for a mistake where Anna and says, seriously, I think the most interesting and possibly the less positive thing about all these changes is the way they're isolating people.
I think it's less possibility.
Least.
Okay.
Least.
Oh,
the
yeah.
least positive.
Because less is the comparative, isn't it?
Yes, so less positive than the least positive.
Yes, the least positive. Yes.
Yeah.
So the superlative has a definite article, and that's, we can see, is there. The least positive thing about all these changes is the way they're isolating people. So, Ida, well, Mohammed, are you there? I see you there, but I can't hear you at the moment. Ida, back to you. Can you go on with Bill again then?
Yeah. What do you mean? Well, people don't have to work together anymore in a social context. They can all work on their own from home as long as they have their personal computer.
So somebody else joins in the conversation. Claire, welcome Claire. So carry on, read on about Claire until you find a mistake.
Okay, so how's the computer course going? Well, I must say it's probably the most difficult thing. It should be the most difficult thing.
Yes, so we always use the definite article with the superlatives. The most difficult thing.
I've ever done. Really? But you are coping?
But are you coping?
But sorry, but are you coping?
Coping, we know that word. It means to like manage, to just get through everything without a problem. Yes, I'm coping. So David says what?
I think so, but it is a bit of a struggle at home.
A bit of a struggle at home. Is that okay?
No, I think it's just a bit of struggle.
A bit of a struggle is fine, actually. Why a bit of struggle? A bit of a struggle. Yeah, we've got a struggle. A bit of a struggle at home is okay. A bit of struggle. So it depends on whether struggle is a countable noun, I guess. So have a look. Struggle. There was a struggle. Struggle. So struggle is countable. So that, but it's a bit of a struggle at home is okay. So can you read on?
Yes. I really need my own study. We're thinking of moving to a slightly bigger flat. We've actually seen one possibility.
There was a spelling mistake there, look.
We're thinking of moving to...
Because I can see like a bigger flat.
Yeah, it's so...
So there's a spelling mistake, and then is that how many? I don't remember. We haven't kept count. We haven't been keeping count, but maybe there is another mistake. Can you check and see if there's another?
Bigger.
We've. We have or we've. Here we are.
Bigger, it should have two G's.
Yes, because actually in Winnie the Pooh there is a cat called Tigger.
Yeah.
And a tiger. Tiger and Tigger, yes. Bigger. Okay, so is there another mistake there? We've... Maybe Carlos can find the last one if there is one. Carlos, can you check we've actually... Just near the end there. Just read it through and let's see how it sounds.
We've actually seen one possibility, but it's not as near the two our present one, and there are far few good shops nearby.
Nearby.
Nearby. It's also on the noisiest main road in the area, so we are probably not going to go for it.
I saw three. I saw three mistakes. So can you see the three that I saw? So all the way from here down to there, I saw three mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So where are those three mistakes?
It's not
think
as
that-
near as... I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think that there is one at as near as.
It's not as near as the tube.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as near the tube as our present one. Yes. There's one. And there are far...
Your turn, Aida.
Yeah, I think that there are far few good. I will say there are few.
Yes, there are few good shops, or there are far fewer. So we can't use far without being comparative. If I say there are few good shops, that's not a comparative. But if I say far, then I have to use it with a comparative. So far fewer. Far fewer good shops nearby. And there's another mistake. It's also
On the it's also one of the noisiest main roads.
noisiest. Now, when we have a Y, what happens? It changes, doesn't it?
To I.
Yeah, so there we are. Well, your grammar on that was pretty good. So,
Most, I
that's
think.
good. Mostly
Most.
good, yes.
Most.
I think I'll carry on with some of this. There's some good stuff to do in this page, actually. So I'll edit that page a bit and do some more of this another day. Maybe tomorrow finish it.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to go and do some speaking with Taboo. So hope to see you there.
Bye, Leo.
Okay,
Bye, Nessa.
bye.
See